This is Three Beards Media. Real talk. No filters, no scripts. From sports to culture, we say what others won't. Turn it up. Lock in. Because it all starts right now.
Now I can do it. I can write a book about what you don't know.
All right. Should I put it up on the thing?
No. I'm just saying, or we could put it, but you can't. Yeah. All right. Supergirl survived number 3. Ethan S. Parker, Griffin Sheridan, and Rod Reese on the art. So yeah. This we can add it, I guess.
Thanks.
So this picks up where issue 2 left off. So the Lantern Corps showed up to help her because the Lobo family was trying to sell them.
Mm-hmm.
So they get off the moon around Krypton, and then we find them on what looks like Krypton, but it's blue. It's because it is a construct created by Supergirl.
By Kara
And this whole thing is narrated.
Jor-El, sorry. Wait, is it Kara Zor-El?
It's Kara Zor-El.
The House of El.
Because Kal-El and Kara Zor-El.
The House of El is open for business.
And we find out who's narrating this. Will you stop it? Stop shouting.
This is way louder than you. But yeah, so we find out that
you gotta say
it seems like it's years later because Cal is older.
Well, it says 388 days after K-Day. So 388 days after they left Krypton.
Like Jor-El is Cal's able to like go out by himself and things
walking,
like that.
Yeah.
And we
don't know how fast Kryptonians progress versus humans.
True.
But yeah, it's been over a year.
We've assumed that it's been at least. We always have kind of assumed that Kryptonians have the same kind of life cycle and span of humans. But we don't know.
They could develop faster than
us. This extra dimensional imp,
Mixoplex.
Mrs. Mixoplex.
Yeah.
Which one of my favorite characters in all of the fucking DC comics, because he's a fifth dimensional imp, I believe.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's what they describe them as.
But it's a girl version who has clearly met other multiverse versions of Kara.
Yeah.
Doing different things. And this is, according to her, the first time that she's seen this version of her like as a Blue Lantern and things.
Yeah. She's never
but I love the introduction of this character because it just let's throw some more shit in here. You know what I mean? Like
well, it's crazy, especially how intense that last issue is. And you would think narratively it would just immediately continue that, but no, this jumps ahead a year and a little over a year, and it's narrated by this interdimensional imp.
Yes.
And they see Krypton. What draws them to this are like, wait a minute, that's Krypton. Krypton shouldn't exist. It was destroyed. And so they find out, oh yeah, it's a giant planet-sized construct.
And Kara,
so then we meet the little other construct that's like this little babysitter for Cal that kind of is talking to the imp and everything. And I love this panel where Cal comes home and she's happy to see him and she hugs him. And then she immediately goes, "Who's this?"
Yeah.
Because a stranger's in her home.
Well, so
and people have been trying to kill them since over a year.
So she basically tells this Miss Mitchell like what's going on is that they've been going pretty slow. When they can, they try and get food from planets, but they try to avoid populated systems because they're wanted. Meanwhile, I believe if we don't find out that the Lanterns are looking for them because they're trying to help them, I think.
Yeah, because the Blue Lantern, there's a flashback where he says like
Oh yeah.
My power, I'm on the emotional electromagnetic spectrum, and I'm literally hope. And there's no bigger beacons of hope than you.
But
and
she
Cal.
like Kara doesn't sleep. Like it's a miserable existence.
She's like
and Miss
meditating
Mitchell like points
But
out that the construct is incomplete.
Yeah,
It's like Candor repeated over the size of a small moon. And she's telling Kara, she's like, you can't let Kal-El grow up thinking that this is Krypton.
I wanted to call out when she brings back memories, because like there's parts where she says, "Why don't you introduce me to your friends?" I tried that, bringing them back, but
it felt
like trampling on their memory. Constructs can only go so far.
Yeah.
But then there's like black and white. Would you stop trying to rush me? There's black and white like sketches of it. And then I just feel like every time I try and say something, you're like, "What was that?" Trying to cut me off. I'm sick of it.
Gee, guess what's going on now?
Just be quiet. Oh, the dog. Yeah, you
do your thing. I'm gonna take him upstairs and like put him upstairs.
Wow.
We can't really.
I'm just kidding. We can. But essentially, where this ends up is she tells Kara that you can't really hide Cal's past. He needs to know what really happened to Krypton, not this made up version of it. And then there's a moment where Mixiplex or whatever snaps and shows Kara in like a bed of flowers.
Yeah.
And she's just kind of like peaceful for a moment. And she's like, "Oh, the ground, it's nice and warm." And then it's a corpse.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "What's happening?" And then this is my favorite. The problem with your big blue dollhouse ain't that it's missing a landmark or two. You left out the ugly kiddo.
Yeah.
And then she shows what Krypton was like before the explosion and how fascistic it was. And like in Zod We Trust, they keep chanting as they're beating people in the streets.
God, it sounds like
And then she sees the explosion and the destruction of Krypton, and that just goes back to lessons like you have to tell Cal. And then it ends with them getting dropped off on a planet that she drops them off with a yellow sun. So now they're finally going to feel their full power.
Here's the thing: is that Kara has no fucking clue why she's not supposed to be around a yellow sun. So for all she knows, at that moment,
I forgot to mention the Green Lanterns say avoid systems with yellow suns.
That's what I'm saying.
So she doesn't know. Yeah,
she doesn't know why. So for all she knows, this imp has just killed them both.
Yeah,
because they're
no yellow suns
poisoned by the.
She's actually doing them a favor.
Do it like that. Why you gotta do me like that?
Don't
do me like that.
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty.
So yeah, I give that an A. That's a good read.
Yeah.
You read that issue and you said this is why I feel like we should just blow up canon and keep doing shit like this. And I agree. I just thought it's a really cool concept of like, oh, it's not just we're gonna make Supergirl a Blue Lantern.
No,
we're gonna make the core be across the emotional spectrum. They're not just like individual cores, and then like all these little changes here. The Lobo family, like little changes here and there, but it keeps the core of who Kara is.
Right. There's a couple of both DC and Marvel have done 16th century versions of their universes, and they fail. And here's why: because you're doing it wrong. And what I mean by that is you take one core precept and tweak it. That is how you get a good Elseworld story, because everything else comes from that one tweak. That one minute tweak in the origin or the canon of the character should ripple out and create all sorts of other tweaks in your universe. So, what's my tweak? Okay, how about this?
Superman.
Kara and Kal-El, Superman and Superwoman. Superman is younger, which is true in the comics. Kara is older when they're on Krypton. But Kal-El, they are both put in the rocket at the same time,
and they don't
make it to Earth.
Yeah,
and that again, all of this story
because they're still
so
trying
far,
to get to Earth. Because she mentions they're trying to find a way to Earth,
but all of this story so far has branched out from that one.
You're right.
Conceit, which is okay.
Oh, they didn't
instead
land on Earth.
of Superman going, because Kara goes first
and gets knocked off course,
right?
But he still makes it to Earth, yeah.
Before, and that's why
and
even though
she's in space, and that's why she
even though
younger.
she's older,
yeah.
by age, he has like been suspended animation. She's the same age.
Yeah, she's been kind of trapped in time.
He's been aged. Yeah, whatever. That again, that's why canon take all the shit and go okay, and keep elements of it. But like, there's an ad in one of the new DC books I read about this Batman crossover called Bad Seeds. I know, and I'm just like, why are you even making regular Batman comics anymore? Like, why?
Yeah. Well, we've had discussions about Marvel with like having 3 separate events and all in the same universe, but somehow are not connected. I don't know. Speaking of Marvel,
who will survive? I already know because you showed us the ad. On panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.